should make mine look better. Actually, now that I think about it. Because, like, this review, or this, like, submission showcase kind of sucks. Just, like, the aesthetic is, like, I don't know. There's, like, clash here and here. I want to fix that. I didn't put in my phone. Okay. So what do I think would make this look better? I could probably have something better than, like, these bottom two. These, like, stick out really badly. And GMHS is also kind of, like, it's not a, it just doesn't fit with the, it's so dark compared to everything else. Oh fuck, I forget how to do everything. If I got rid of these. Good luck content farming? Thank you. I just watched my viewers jump to 10 from 3. What the fuck happened? I'm trying to think. Like, maybe I make it like gradient instead. Like, I put some of the darker stuff down. I also feel like this duplicate is kind of bad, unlike here. Like, what if I put EHS here, and then I put something else here? And then I don't even remember what goldens I have.
It's supposed to go up to 18.
Let's see. I mean, this is like a not a common golden, I think. Yeah. I could put ultra processing on there. What does ultra processing's card look like? It's actually wait. This could work. We put this at the bottom. We put EHS down there as well. Like maybe here, right next to splash. So like top 3 is a lot brighter. I'd have to put 7 bell at the top. Because I think if I put 7 bell at the top and then I just fill this with something else. Like, I don't know, it's like a stand. Give me like Chaos Complex. I'm getting griefed. Okay, thank you. What does this look like right now? I mean, it look like this right next to each other looks really. See, it'd be a lot better if I just had dejection, but I don't. I don't know if I want to put 7 bell at the top because that's kind of sucks. I need to make this not as big. Oh, so I'm getting rid of this. Put it in the backlog. Makes my wish list look better. Like, aesthetically, this is probably the best, and it also shows off interesting goldens, except I need to replace Chaos Complex, because that shit looks not as good as what it could be. I just need to find out, like, what golden would fit. Oh, wait. TV tower? TV tower? Yes. That's a good one right there. Improve my showcase. Okay. I think this is what I'll stick with for now. I'll come back to it. Okay. First one of the day. Check it out. So we got other side deathless at the top. We also have other side. Should I wait a bit? Yeah, you can send it if you want. I can just like keep it as like a queue. um. Okay, one thing I don't. Here's the thing with my knowledge of these, right? This is just FGR that is just like 99% this challenge. So having these like overlap, I don't know. It feels like not great. I do like these two at the top. Okay, actually, wait. This platinum is I don't even know how to like feel about it. Because it's like it has Creation of Suffering Aqueduct Route platinum. Interlude 1 looks really cool. I like Interlude 1 on the showcase. To an extent is also cool. I think these are the Voidberry showcase is really cool. These are good. I think other side, hard side on its own would also be pretty cool. These are the only two in contention of like, do I think? I think this in my eyes lowers it a little bit, like my view of it, because it's like a near duplicate of something else you already have on the submission showcase. It's also at the top, so it's like you scroll through here. You're like, okay, this is your hardest submission. And you see that it took you 45 minutes, and you're like, okay. And then you go and look at your like second hardest. That's like 14 hours, okay. And then you go look at something that's like right below that, 25 hours. Right below that is like 37. I don't know. It kind of like it sticks out really bad to me. I think this is probably fine, but if I were to rate this like anywhere, I was making those, but I didn't know like what to make the names. So this is what we're going with right now. I need to scale it up. Will this look really shit when I scale it up? It's not that bad actually. How do I like image? Can I like crop? Oh, perfect. Okay. We've done it. If I were to put your profile anywhere, let's just take like a picture of like this. That sucks. I would put it like... Oh no. Probably somewhere in here, I think. Can I like magic tool the... Oh, perfect. Okay. And you hate me. Probably put you in middling. Because, like, dude. I think the showcase isn't bad. You've edited it a bit. I will look at it. I think I'll come back to the edit after I've gone through the rest of the catalog. You can resend it, and I'll give it a re-rating, a repoll. But with that, let's move on to the next one. Do we know this one? Time attack round 3, right at the top. Oh, we have a lot of time attacks. It's like, okay, first thing that calls out to me is we got CSR, not CSR, CGPS, like 6 CGPS, or things that are on like the first tier of CGPS. And I have a feeling that these were done for CGPS, and then the time attack rounds were like the other side quest. I also noticed this is like a hardest submissions. So this isn't like a factored, but like this is like automatically factored. So I think this is only 9. Yeah, it's only 9 goldens. It's a full submission thing. But I do think this would honestly go better if you like manually made it so it showed less goldens. Because having like a full showcase is only really good if you have a good set of like 9 goldens to show. As opposed to like here, I'd be like you'd lead like time attack round 3. That's like a new golden, or not a new golden, but like it's something that stands out a little more. I don't even how many people have it. 2 people have this. Okay, so it is like a rare golden, and then you'd I don't know you have like maybe you just do all of the time attacks for the sake of like theming. You could get these 3 at the top and then just leave the rest out and then just have like that's your theme for your profile is time attack round 1, 2, and 3 until you get like more goldens, of course. But there's a lot of CGPS here, and I feel like that lends itself to like being a little basic, not doing a lot there. Unfortunately, we're gonna put you. Not a lot of people play the map. Yeah, that I think I saw Skew play it. But I think I'll put you at like. I think we're gonna use that as like the baseline for like the bottom tier, and we might move it up later. But there's a lot of like, there's a lot you could do with it. I think that is not done. There's a chance you'd need more goldens to make it work, though. That is unfortunate, but let's go next player. We're going. Oh, this is a big one. I respect the Jellyfish trilogy. I think a lot of this is like it's ordered based off of like I guess how big the grind was, I assume. How important it is. which I think is really important actually. Like I think it's like World Towers. You're like your peak right here, and then you got Superfecta, Kilauea, Kara Summit. Other things that were like very very huge. And on top of that, it's like you have a lot of some light color sequencing. Yeah, I was gonna say it has good theming as well, especially up here. Like it doesn't like clash very badly. It's very pleasant. I can tell that you just didn't decide to add Sumber yet because, like you said, like, you don't know where it would go here. And I think that actually helped because I feel like it would stick out really badly right now. You obviously can't put it at the top. This is pretty good, honestly. World Tower is also like that was a first golden. Kilauea is like you're the only goldener right now. Citrix, I think you're the first. I didn't even know you had Stormbound Outpost. Am I a fake fan? Holy. This is a good showcase, I think. Do I think it's like perfect? I think I wouldn't put it at like the top. Like if this is not like I don't look at this and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is like the best player ever, or like this is the coolest person. Yeah, I think there are things that could be done. There's goldens that could be replaced to make this like better. But I do think this is really good. Like I think this is a. I'll include your helper badge, but I think this is in the high tier right now. Please don't make the helper badge look bad. Oh, thank you. We'll put this here. We can move it around later. That's a good profile. I think it could turn out to be like super sick, like top tier. It's just not like it's not there yet, of course. Fates. It's you know, this is a lot to process, I think. Cuz I have two like instinctive feelings here, right? These are like crossing is like a really cool silver. I think 7C1D1B is a cool golden to just like have. It's very unique. However, if I'm looking at it at like a base like view, right? Visually, this clashes so badly. Like, I think the dashless plus silvers, if you could have just put like the two dashless plus silvers down here and then something at the top, it would look very good. Because if I show you like on my profile, if I were to get rid of like 5 things off the showcase real quick, the way that the showcasing works is it has like a kind of a different layout for depending on how many goldens you have. So if I get rid of everything except for 4, and it didn't update. Oh, there we go. It has like the one thing at the bottom, 2 things in the middle, 1 thing at the top. So it's split in a way where it's like you can still have 2 things in the middle that like thematically look, fitting, and then 1 thing at the bottom. Whereas here it's like there's this like random pink splotch in the bottom right, and it looks really weird next to the other 2 dashes plus silvers. Obviously, you don't have anything else, which is the big problem here. I don't think you can actually order this in any way where it, looks good. Wishlist? I think Wishlist does add to it. I will say. I think the 2 dashes plus segments. Okay, 2 Jolly kind of sticks out. That's like, I don't know how to do everything else looks cool. 2 Jolly's a negative. 2 Jolly might be a negative. In my eyes. as like a wish listed golden. But I do think third aerial. Oh my god, third aerial experiment is good. Abdul Bounty Dragon Gamut. You did both. That's a master play. Dashes plus segments. I don't want to rate these wish lists because like you know these are large sometimes. If Nino sends his wish list, I'm gonna be here for another 20 minutes. But the showcased wish list I might actually judge. That is a good idea. I will probably put this in like I don't actually. I'm trying to think because if you had one more golden, it would actually be like maybe even like low on the or like the bordering high tier. But right now I might just put it at like if yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. If Snackline died, it would be over for this tier list. I think I will put it at high end middling. I think is where I will put it, and I may move it up later, depending on how other things go. Oh my god, I just want to zoom in a little bit. I just want to zoom in a little bit. I just want to zoom in. I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh no. Okay, if I change the size, it sticks out really badly. It's just these two names right next to each other are very they contrast very well. Who's next? Who's next on the chopping block? Evelyn. This one's gonna be a good one, I think. Okay. Okay. This is I think what it does well is it sticks a lot to like a gameplay theme. You can tell what kind of player you are the moment you look at this. You're like, yeah, I know exactly what type of player you are. I know what Goldens you play. It's like I look at this, it's like, oh yeah, it makes sense that you have progress and Dashel Plus. Even it's just like moving down, because like obviously you look at like Rip Off Extremity, you look at Celeste Extremity, you look at Celeste from UGC, and it's like yeah, but even if you look at like you got Prologue that locked the fuck in, you got a 7 bell segment, you got Dashel Plus Silver, C5. Like these are Goldens that are not like exactly like these, but it has the same kind of like even Sprint kind of has the same like. You can kind of build a mental image of what kind of player you are. Sprint is just really cool, yeah. I can tell you kept this here just because it's like I don't remember the lore behind it, but you did like yeah, you have other stuff. You just wanted to keep it there on the submission showcase. You didn't think it was that cool? I see. I think. I see. I think this is a good profile. I do think I will. The one thing I have, but this is kind of a fault against the site a little bit, is because of the way that wishlisting is ordered. I do think every single one of these grinds being something that's like on hold and you might not get to for a while, and yet it's like being showcased right here is kind of a problem. It's like the moment you set something as on hold, it's above everything that's like not listed as soon or current, despite you having a chance of not even like coming back to it. So it's just like you have one thing that you're working on right now, and then three things that are like you've had progress on before, which is kind of like, you know, it'd be cool if there was something that you had like planned soon. But overall, I think it's like, I think this is a good profile. I don't think I'd put it at like, I think this is probably below Dragon Heads, but I don't think it's below like the tier. Like I think I'll put it at like, I wish I could do this any faster. I'll put it like right next to Dragon Head. I think this is a good profile. Frame is SJ Slopper, no other Goldens. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Who's next on the chopping block? We got Slons. Right. Okay. Okay. Here's the thing. The showcasing the most unique Goldens you have is good. I do actually like this. It has like the same problem that Fate's Showcase has to me when it comes to like it being visually appealing, because these two look really good next to each other. Like 7C1D1B Crystal Climb being right next to each other, they look really good. Throwback is literally the opposite. Like it doesn't it has no contrast. Or too much. I'm stupid. But see, Swans, this would be really good if you went in and did throwback true ending and then you slotted it right at the top. Probably a pretty banger thumbnail. Thumbnail and showcase. It would also be good if you had like one more golden that kind of looked like these that you showcased. Honestly, I think if you put like, I know you have Summit Silver. What does Summit Silver's thing look like? Oh, they picked fucking 0 meters. Never mind. Just something that would like fit this. I guess it's everything else is just SJ and then the 70 stuff. You have Sprint. I don't know, I feel like Showcase Beyond 3 looks ugly. You can make it work. You just need the Goldens to like not be like filler. I also think that this is a decent wish list, although you have no progress listed. So it's like a half and half. And I think I put you like, I think I put you next to Fate. I think it could be better. There could be things done in the future added to the showcase that could make it like really good. But right now it's like throwback kind of sticks out. Good looking showcase. I'm also judging like, I think these are cool Goldens. Or I guess Silver and Crystal Climb's fault. But there's like a tier difference here, which I know Slans could probably like if you did like NGMHS 7C1D1B or like the FGR and then 7C1D1B Crystal Climb. I do think it would actually be a lot better. You obviously don't have this yet, but um, it's also just like the visual also sticks out to me. So I would put it in middling. I think if you get the NGMHS FGR and you put it at the top and then you put throwback rather at the bottom, re-rate when you get it. Yeah, I think you'll be in high tier. Did I please say I got rid of the background? I did. Where is Slans? Oh. Okay. These Slans and Fate are probably interchangeable, but I do think they could be better with just like more goldens or like things that like pop out to me. Okay, give me next. Okay, Freya did want to re-rate. Mountains Call Stress. Creation offering East Side. Cobalt. It doesn't need to be super visually appealing if you have like something like I don't think I think Dragons is like pretty simple visually, but it also had a lot of other stuff going for it. It's usually when it's smaller like this that the visual stuff kind of pops out to me. Alright, so I'm looking at like Freya's profile right now. It sticks to like a darker for like card for most of these. And so I'm kind of just looking at the goldens themselves. This is kind of the benefit you get from having like a full showcase. Is you kind of can just do like just make sure it's not like one golden super bright, one golden super dark, and it usually works fine. Uh, which here it's like mostly, especially with like to an extent here, stress here. There's a lot of like same campaign stuff. You can kind of tell where Freya gets. Yeah, like where what they spend their time in. You got your like I think longest grind. Yeah, longest grind right there. Uh, you got a lot of interest up at the top, and then you got some goldens or silvers in the past that are cool at the bottom. I think this is like let me think. The one problem I'm having right now is I'm trying not to put like tier bias on things. Like I'm not trying to be like you don't have something that's above tier like 8, so I'm gonna rate you lower. Which is like a little hard to do because it's the high tier goldens are usually seen as like very cool. But there's a lot of like uniqueness here. I think I would put you below most players in like high tier. So I'll probably put you at the very top of like the the middling tier, right? But I do think you move up. I think it is better. What is this? I have a pinned message that says I will review your profile, your submission showcase. If you send it. Remove this. Go to these over here. Yeah, okay. Next player. Ah, we got Ivy. Oh wow. Oh wow. Huh. Okay. Um, it's unique. I never get to see the show all button here. The wish list is like real. Whereas this is very like crafted to be kind of awful. Which it does a good job at that because it looks kind of like there's a lot of things here that really don't work when it comes to like your the hardest golden here is at the bottom. You got like a tier 1, tier 2 that has like an alt listing. Uh your top submission is a tier 1 called the Curse of 6-7. Yeah, this is pretty bad. You also have 3 tier 6s and only one of them showcase. It's like all you do is corner boost. I see. I'm just like the alt route like naming stuff. I was gonna mention this when I was reviewing Freya's, where it's like alt route names make the name of the challenge like I guess not really as cool. Like I think when I look at my page, right, I would realistically rate my page lower, specifically when looking at a Mountains Call segment like Delusion. It sucks to read. It's like, oh yeah, it's the Mountains Call Delusion Intersword to Final Steps segment. It's like it's such a mouthful for no reason other than it's just like an alternate challenge to just the map itself. It makes it look a little bit worse as opposed to just like the climate crisis or just like the other side. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Especially for things that are like lower down, it's like this card. So I don't know. I don't like alts segments, old names, etc. Looks like weird. Full clear gets spared because it's like it gets turned into a flag instead. But like this, I don't think I have to say anything. I can just like place this on the tier list. Right at the bottom. Let me put you over there. Segmented off. Okay, who's next? Agaius. Honestly, I think this is good. I honestly think the submission showcase is good. It's like you do it's like Drizzle being this main focus on the submission showcase does it wonders. I think if you didn't have Drizzle and it was some like SJ tier 4 or some other thing that was less like, no custom icon, whatever, it wouldn't work nearly as well. The fact that this is Drizzle, you have the, tier 7 right at the top, custom icon, beautiful card. This does wonders for you. And I do think only having one like additional golden here, which makes the formatting, make this like smaller, has this little offside thing, makes this being here like, it's silly golden. Uh, I think it's a good showcase. Wishlist doesn't seem too cramped. It's only like two things here. One of them's like current. One of them's something I assume you'll do soon, but put on hold for something else. Uh, this is good. I'm putting this high, honestly. Maybe it's like a little bit of bias, but I think it had like not a lot to work with, but it's just like you see it and you're like, yeah, that was a cool. That's drizzle right there. That's my goat drizzle. I'm gonna put you in like very low high. I'll probably move it down because I don't think like realistically you can get a lot cooler than this. Obviously, it just does a lot with the very little that you have right now. Just because you like kept it really, you know. Did Marflow just wait? That's gonna be a zip bomb, bro. I'm horrified for Marflows. I need to go in order, but yeah, this is. I think I'll probably keep a Gaius at like very low of high, very the border between like high and middling. I need to like get better terminology for that. uh, that's a good profile. Who is next? Cine, my goat. Okay, there's there's a lot here actually. I think you have variety, which is good. Like you have FGRs, you got silver, you got the Lunaris goldberry in the middle here. I love the way that the bottom row looks is really good. Moves up, gets a little darker. Uh, you got a lot of like the tiers are very nice. You got like tier 15 top, tier 14's here, tier 13's here, 12 to 11. The Goldens themselves, you got Sunset Rise, Celestria is unique, Solar System is unique. You got RFF Clear, you're like basically the only person that has that except for the failed FC. Mount Vesuvius segment, like you have a lot that like works here. I think, I think, unfortunately, I think the thing that fits the least here is probably EHS. Like I think if you didn't have EHS and you replace that with like maybe a full game run, for example, that's like in tier 14, then this would be like a stellar submission showcase. It just kind of sticks out here. Which is very funny considering your relationship with that map, but uh, I do think everything else works really well, actually. I might. I'm reserving perfect for if I get a showcase that's like, I look at it and I get like blasted back out of my chair from the aura that it emanates. That's kind of what I'm saving that for. But I do think, yeah, Big Mike. I think this is like probably higher than. I think this is probably like. I might put this higher than Dragonhead, honestly. Yeah. Oh, and the X side and the wish list too. Yeah. Where is... Okay, that's Evelyn. This is Dragonhead. Dude, this is gonna be such a mess to fucking upkeep. Oh my god, guys. There we go. Oh, we got Frame. Is Frame still awake? We have no idea. There's a good chance that they are not, but let's see. You know what? I respect moving Midnight Aquarium to the very top. That is a power play right there. I also think like TRTP is a really cool card, just in general, and it is also quite a unique golden to have. GMHS is SJ. This is true, but I do think it being GMHSG is like that on its own. I think is fine. You have like Palmer Silver, you have EHS, you have Summit Silver. You do have quite a bit of SJ on here, which doesn't. It's a little. It's not great. It falls in line of like, you know, SJ Farmer, unfortunately. Which you do combat that. You've been getting into the mines. Yeah, that is the problem. Oh, you should have put Core Ice Side Seaside on there. You do have AFM. Inner Depths is really cool to just see. NGMHS S Spring collab is nice to see, as long as it's not the whole profile. I think this is a good profile. I think there is a lot of SJ, and that's kind of something that goes against it. There is also, you know, I really like, personally, I love how Tier TP looks on the wishlist card. It looks really pretty like that. Just the heart and whatever. And it being like the only thing here is like, you know, no bloat with the wish list, which is good. So if you got rid of like these three, replace them with goldens of like maybe similar interest or tier or whatever, this would be like a really, really, really good profile. I like the crafted yay emote in the about me, but I'm not factoring that into the submission showcase. That would be cheating. I think I will probably put this also in like. Let me think. I think just because you moved Midnight Aquarium up to the top, I'm gonna put this in the bottom of high. Oh my god. And I might, let me think. I need to nuke the SJ. Yeah. I think if it was just GMHSG, it'd be like fire. Maybe I need to like refactor this. Maybe not though. Maybe I just need more. Okay. You know what? No, because it's like. No, I'm not gonna change anything yet. I need to save it for now. Who's next? Who's next on the chopping block? Uh-oh, my shit got scrolled. Oh, Pandora. Ooh. Okay. Let me think about this. I think okay. If you want me to be honest, I think this would look really cool if you swapped Chasm and B7. I think that's like the main thing right now from you. Where did you get ranked? I put you at the bottom of high. I might actually swap you in frame real quick. One sec. Interjection. I need to fix my tier list. Okay. Back to the game. Yeah, this like Silver 3, like it makes sense being at the top. Like realistically, it's like it's tier 18. Uh so like it makes sense being at the top. It's just visually I need to turn this down a little bit. Visually, B7 would look so much more fitting, especially since you'd have like dashes plus, extremity right here. Uh And then you do have a couple filler goldens, I think, here, because you don't have a lot of submissions, like, on your account right now. I think, honestly, what you do is you get rid of these four. Silver 3 at the back on those CP3. This is true. But unfortunately, Vidi hates everyone. It's definitely not a website limitation. I think you do that. You get this better. You remove these four, and it's rather you would move Cataclysm up here, or you move B7 up here. You should just get more. This is true. I'm working with what I have here. Like realistically, you could also just like, oh yeah, just go get the other D plus silver you don't have that you're working on currently, and then that would fix this gap in the wish list. You'd have another one here to put like here. You could put Dashful Plus to the right of it. B7 could go a little lower. Fuck Silver 4, it's at the bottom. I think this is a decent profile. D plus silver like 3 is a really cool silver to have at the top. And it does have like two different themes mostly. And it's also like pretty obvious what type of player you are. It's just like thematically it's a little clashing for me. But overall it's like it's pretty good, honestly. I think I would probably rank you. I think I have to refactor things because I've put a lot of people to high. I think I'm gonna move. Okay, I'm gonna do the great readjustment, but I'm gonna put you next to Evelyn, and then let's do that first. You and Evelyn being next to each other seems pretty fitting. Okay. So here's the thing. I do need to, unfortunately, I will be moving Fate and Slans down to the very top of the low tier. And then Freya's like barely hanging on at the top of middling or at the bottom of middling tier. The adjustment saved your ass. But you're just barely hanging on. and then we're gonna move a Gaius, and we're gonna move frame down to the top of middling, I think. And this program fucking hates me. Okay, there we go. Okay. We've done work. The supernova system. Eight golden showcase. Okay. I will say right now, like visually, this is really good. I actually really like how this looks visually. This is also like this tier ordering, which is decent. Like you have tier 6 up here, and then another tier 6. You got your Project Lightspeed in the wish list. You got what you're currently doing in the wish list. I like wish lists that only have two things. Because it's like it doesn't fill up a ton of space. I click on the profile, I can already see a submission. I think with what you have, this is a good profile. I think I have said this to you before. I do think, unfortunately, if you had Project Lightspeed, it'd probably be a lot higher ranks. It is just unfortunate that map is impossible. But I think with what you have, it is a very good profile. Overlord kind of sticks out here. Otherwise, I think thematically it looks really cool. You got some very like unique goldens. If it was just Lightspeed and to an extent, I think if you had those two and like one other golden, it would probably win. It might be imperfect. Maybe something as bright as like to an extent. I don't know what though. Dead Flower would have been brighter. That is fair. I think it's just because of everything that's on the screen, like all the entities and stuff. I think it's a good profile. I don't think I'll rate it on the tier of like uh the highs. But I will put it like next to like frame and co. Dude, the white outline kind of pisses me off. That's okay. The deathless icon is a bit unfortunate. Oh, that's kind of true, actually. This is Gailey's fault. Uh-oh. I just got a Raboon jump scare. So horrifying. That is not it. We're almost at 24 hours since post, and Gotcha has not stopped. I'm sorry I did that one stream where I gambled. It was my biggest mistake. Who do we got up next? We got Nino. Okay. First thing that jumps out to me, I will be honest, wish list is kind of messy. You got two things in progress at very weird progress points. You got two other things. I'm not even gonna comment. Oh wait, this is actually smaller than I thought it was. But like, I'm not gonna comment on the bigger wish list. But this is like, I literally can't even see the submissions from here, which kind of sucks. I have to scroll down. But next thing that jumps out to me is like, I think swap Sexy Summit and Floating Oil Rig, and it makes this top part look really good. Thank you, Toho. I think it makes this top part look really good, like visually. Uh, while still keeping the like tier ordering. You got Seven Bell, Hardest, of course, and then you got Kara Summit and Sexy Summit middle. Then maybe you could do like Summit C, Destro Compact side, something else, and then you could put Motivation a little lower and make this lower part like the darker part of the showcase, like next to like Big Ruins. It'd be fine because they're both like decently dark as opposed to these being a lot brighter because they're Summit map. Uh, Honestly, you could probably just swap. The only thing that sticks out really bad and makes this harder to fix is Floating Oil Rig. Like if you put Floating Oil Rig here where Core Seaside is, and you put Motivation at the bottom, all you'd have to do is change out Core Seaside with, or like this slot with something that fits a lot better here, which you could do with Sexy Summit, but then you'd also have to fill in the slot anyways. Like it's one golden away from you being able to just kind of like rearrange this, and it looks really good. The theme of like the types of golden, just like Summit stuff here, mostly precision. It would fit really well. Like I think this is a workable submission showcase if you get like one more Summit golden. Uh, I think the wish list is kind of irking me, and I think the ordering could be done a lot better. So I'll probably put you at like, oh, you have no color on your name. I'll probably put you in middling as well. Probably like lower than a guy's. A guy's kind of has like a little more aura when it comes to just like, I open up the profile and it's boom drizzle, and I'm like, damn. But in general, your profile isn't that bad. Oops, all Summit, yeah. Okay. Who's up next? Oh God. Okay. Okay. Let's take this. Let's take this beast on. Um. You have nothing in your wish list. I think you did have stuff in your like working on or like current or whatever wish list. You don't have that anymore, which does let you just see the submission showcase. That's the benefit of having nothing in your wish list. I open this up and I immediately see like 5 Grim swaps left purple haze eclair. That does a lot. Like if I click on Marflow's profile without knowing anything about Marflow, I'll immediately see these and I'll be like, holy shit. And the Goldens themselves are really cool. A lot of super unique ones. A lot of You got a bunch of goldens here. You got some silvers. You got a full game run right here. Uh, the visual, it does like leprechauns is very funny in the bottom. I will say, if you're gonna put it anywhere, the bottom is the most fitting. I do think honestly, if you had like without any of the like tiers, if the tiers didn't exist and we were just taking it purely off of visual, you could order this in a way where it looks basically perfect because you could move swap slot down here, you could move swap block level down here. This would be like purplish. You could have 1E like here, 2 Grim here, and then an instance Eclair would be in this middle row, 5 Grim here. Like the coloring, if there was no tiers, would be pretty much perfect like that. It's just unfortunate that like Purple Haze is 5 tiers above Leprechauns. But like these two being next to each other is really good. These three are very similar color. Purple Haze, Swap Look. Like these are like, more purplish. These are a lot brighter. Is blue stuff. Or like darker grays and whatnot. But it doesn't stray too badly, honestly. Like I think surprisingly, Eclair and Instance aren't like the bright, or they don't stick out as much as I think I would expect them to. Maybe it's just because like these 3 submissions at the top are already so like varied in style that like if you just take a picture of like just this profile, you just did like this, and you cut out the 6 at the bottom, it would already look like a fully finished submission showcase, and then the things down here are kind of just extra, other things that you've done. Dragon already pointed out Leprechauns is very funny because it's a very fitting golden to have stick out really badly. Like, if you're gonna have any golden that looks really out of place, it's probably gonna be Leprechauns, considering the type of map it is. But everything else, this isn't bad. Like, this is a very good profile, I think. I'm trying to think. Do I want to put it at like? I think that because of the type of Goldens and the context behind the Goldens, like I think is Marflo first victor of Eclair? Yeah. So you got like first victor, first victor, first victor. All of these were just like firsts. Yeah, they're all first clear Goldens ordered by. Yeah. So using that context, it makes you like one of the most unique goldeners, which I think helps a lot when it comes to like how interesting of a goldberries profile you have. And I think just because of that, I would probably place you at like the bottom of the top tier up here, the perfect tier. Just because it's like when you look at your profile, you're interested in the goldens. Like the goldens don't really like. I don't look at any of your goldens and I'm like, not interested in it, or it's like, oh, that's boring, or it's like whatever. It's 5 room FC, that's interesting. Swap Flipper Blaze, that's really cool. Eclair, Instance. Swap block level, I guess you could say, became kind of like more generic. Not even really that much, but like, everything else is like, it's just a cool profile to look at. Like, obviously it's a shame that like the visually, it could clash a little bit, but I think because the goldens themselves are so varied, it is, and because you have like 9 goldens listed here, it's fine to look at. I think like you're not trying to draw attention to just 5 Grim or like just Eclair, just Swap Slut. Like they're all like really unique goldens, and all of them are like interesting to look at. So I would say like you're probably fine in the perfect tier. I feel like there's probably another profile that could go above you. I don't know what that looks like yet, but you're definitely like right now you're like by far the coolest profile on this like whole list here. Which I don't know if we're surprised really, but I think it's a really cool profile. Who do we got next? And I got fucked over. Actually, I don't know if we have anyone left right now. That might be the queue is done. Yeah, okay. So we have everything that was in the queue right there. Like start a stream. Cleared out right now. Uh we can quickly do I'm gonna make myself a showcase and then I can see what people would think of this. Because I'm thinking like obviously I put delusion at the top. And then I don't know what to do from here. The main problem I have with these goldens I have is that the cards kind of clash a little bit. Yeah, Delusion's name kind of blows. So that's the biggest problem. I don't think I can make this profile like amazing until I get the Mountain Skull Platinum, which is a tall order, but you know, all in the name of making the profile cooler. You know, I do think I put determination lower, honestly. Uh, oh wait, we got a refactored showcase. Ooh, I like it. I really like this. I think the tier ordering is like a little weird with like Amber Terminus, but otherwise, like the visually, the rows look really good. Like I think you see this and it's just like aesthetically pleasing. We've got another refactored. I think okay. Let me think. I feel like you probably moved to the top. Where would I move this? It looks really good, honestly. I think I might just put it to the bottom of high tier, just because it looks really good. This song is already played. I have to refactor everything. I'm gonna cry. Okay. We got. Okay. I mean, do we even have to like? Do we even have to talk about it? We already know. We already know. What happened? I have a better idea, honestly. I do need to fix that though. Because we already know that they're the goat, so we'll just take. Oh fuck! I drew. Where did they go? Oh my god! Is it this one? We found it. Okay, there we go. They become the high tier. Oh, this E is kind of fucked, but you know, whatever. Cine has said that he refactored his. Let's check it out. Yeah, it makes sense. It was your hardest grind, so we got refactored, so it's all first clears. I need to close these. Huh. I really like it actually. Yeah, I kind of wish. I actually think sick tricks. I don't know. This like bottom row is like a little weird when it comes to like the when it comes to, like visually, but like everything else works really well. And I think the first clear doing the first clear like strat is kind of the play. I think I might honestly move you up to like below Marflow. Your profile is just very cool. You do have bonus points because a lot of the goldens you did first, and then a lot of other people like hopped on afterwards. But I do think your profile is like very cool. Like just like having Kara Summit first Victor is like a crazy pull. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to move so many people. Ooh, this is a good profile right here. Core, ice side, seaside, inner depths. Another. I think I actually like this more than the other one because there's less like. And because the GMHSG on its own is a cool golden if it doesn't have like other SJ surrounding it. I feel like I think this is a good profile. One sec. Come back. Yeah. I'll move you up. I think this is a cool profile. This is just a stream of like how to fix your profile 101. How to fix your profile, quote unquote. Because I know everything about stylistic choices. Okay. We got a new one. This. Okay. Oh my god. The toy box sticks out so bad. It's like bright yellow in the middle of everything. I'm wondering if the two menace segments being next to each other would make it look better. Because this is just ordered based off, like, this is automatic hardest. You can tell because it, like, you'll see hardest submissions. That just means it's automatically sorted. Uh, I added the disclaimer. I did. I haven't even really been that mean. Uh, you also got current, wish list. It does kind of push things down. Don't have a second thing, but it's fine. Toy box. I keep looking at this and I see toy boxes. They sound so bad. It's like right in the middle too. It's like shooting at me. It's like. I might. Okay. I think you have a lot going for you with just the top end of your submissions, and then you scroll down and it kind of falls off a little bit. So I'll put you in like middling too, because you get hurt a lot by like the middle, especially the like very like halfway point five and onwards is like. I'll put you at the bottom middling, or maybe I put you at. You're lucky you have the two meta segments and also first on frosted fragments, like the SJ map. No, frosted flakes, bro. Okay. I gotta remove the wish list and actually order things. Yeah. Okay. Third time on your opinion on the swap of red and black. I don't know if you saved it. To optimize aura gains. I think they're probably. I actually kind of like it the other way around. I think you keep it colorless at the bottom because the contrast between like this is very colorful, no color, very colorful, and then like deeper color, it shoots out a little more. Like it seems a little more odd. If these were like also both like black, then I think it would fit better. But like, I feel like you want to keep all the color near the top and the colorless ones at the bottom. That's what I think, anyways. Okay, back to searching. Maybe I do like Starfruit Supernova and then Grandmaster Heartside right next to each other. How does this look? It's just like a demo. Because I don't want to put determination in like the top really. But I could probably do like those three, and then I could do like Seven Bell, not Seven Nell, bro. Oh my fucking. And then I could do determination, and then I could do like splash. What other golden has a black image that isn't abyss? View. Don't do that one. Oh my god, I didn't save, did I? I'm a moron. Okay, do I like this? I kinda do, honestly. Like, this is more unique stuff. Okay, let's look at supernova systems first, real quick. Ooh. Yeah, I think it's like slightly better. Do I think it's like high tier? Overlord in the center. This is like it's kind of because both of these would look good at the top. I think honestly. So I think swapping one out for the other. I think in this scenario, to an extent, being here would be more problematic because it would stick out a lot. Whereas like you can kind of fade from like super bright to like super bright and vibrant colors, but a little less than to an extent. This gets a little darker, then a little darker, and it's like you can see like a timeline almost. Like it, you know. The icon will look so much worse. That's yeah, that's probably true. I think I'll probably keep your position, but I do like this slightly better. Yeah. Okay, I need to look at Cine's. I have like 17 tabs of this open. This website or whatever. Ooh. I like Lunaris there a lot more. I think I like this. Do I think it's like top tier? The one problem I have about full game runs is that sometimes the background, like for Solaris, for example, the background sticks out really badly on goldberries. Like the where it has this text in the background, and then there's also the name of it on the card. There's a lot visually going on here that I don't like. With Glyph, it's better because it's just this image. Uh, but like for Solaris system, it's like. So I'll probably keep you like you definitely deserve your spot at like the top of high tier, but I don't think you match like Marflow levels, which is a tall order. What do I put at the bottom? I want to put some unique ones. Maybe some of the darker ones. Ultra processing, gravity force, television tower. Maybe this is good. I kind of like the fact that this profile is only Goldens. That's kind of something that I kind of like about this showcase right now. Otherwise, I think it's fine. I don't think this is great. Yeah, the icon manip is kind of it is kind of the play. Where would I rank myself? I okay, my wish list is a mess. I will say that. I think I am gonna rate myself like not incredibly high, but I won't rate myself like incredibly low either. It's probably like top middling. Okay. I think I keep my submission showcase like this. Bro, girls still rolling this shit. Imagine rolling. Oh yeah, you could never. We just like the golden. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think that was good. What do we think of the stream idea, by the way? Because this is just like a I want to do this, but like a more refined format. This was just kind of like spitballing, like how it would go, a test run. But like, what's the thoughts on the stream idea? Like, was it fun? Do you think if people came in with their like set up a whole like theme for their profile, it would be cool? Or like maybe some sort of thing of like I give people like a certain amount of time to get goldens that would like fit some theme I give them for their showcase. Like would that be like a cool like concept for stream? Because I want to do more like community based content instead of just like I do want to do more golden stuff. Obviously, you know, I want to do Mac. I want to do cryptobiosis. I was working on Mountain's Call in the background, but I also want to do more stuff like community involved, get people kind of uh, connected together because I feel like there's like some Celeste content that's being made, the problem I have with it is it's not like it's not really involving like the community as a whole very much. Like a lot of the Celeste content is kind of gated to like content creator space, and even then that space is a little limited. I feel like having a content idea that's like, you know, anyone can be involved and then there's someone hosting it is like a really cool concept. I think this could be kind of that, where it's like, you know, I give like a theme for like a month or a week or something, and then that gives people time to like get goldens, look at cards, kind of craft like a submission showcase that would be most fitting that theme. Some idea like that where it's like I give a challenge to the community and then they come back to me on like X day, but it doesn't force them to do like a specific challenge, like a specific golden or something. I feel like that would be like a really cool concept. I just don't know if it's like if that would be something the community would actually like engage with, or if it's just like, you know, some random idea that would like flop day one. Sorry, I got distracted. The reach the idea gets. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Like I would need like. Do you think there is a way for me to get like judges almost that would be able to have that kind of outreach? Like people that are kind of more stapled into the Celeste community that would be able to like, you know, look at these ideas and be able to like host alongside them and get people involved more. Like figures kind of like Dragonhead or Bear Dash or JDO. Like these people that have like staples kind of, I guess, in the community. A lot of people know these streamers, and seeing the name that you recognize would like, you know, get you more interested in the concept as a whole. It's just hard to do that. uh, and I worry that it's like I do all this effort for and reach out to all these people, and then, you know, the idea itself wouldn't work. So I would prefer to like gauge the interest the community has in the idea before like following through with anything like that. I just don't know how to really go about that. I'm not like the most popular streamer in the world, am I now? Like, so I can have this like follow. Like I'm not like an unknown person. I have like 20 viewers right now. It's like not bad, but uh, it's not like a level where like I say something on stream and everyone's gonna know what I'm doing now. uh, Hi, Bestwood Mayo. Oh, clue how to handle that. Yeah, that's fair. I think it's like it gives players motivation to choose lower end goldens and pursue them without feeling forced to do a specific golden. I think it's a way that I think weekly goldens, for example, tried to do something similar where it would give an external motivation for people to like go for goldens, like whatever. The problem is that funneled people into doing very specific goldens, like a golden. You had this golden that you had to do, or like these 3 goldens that you have to like do, as opposed to like I give something that's like, you know, you need to think of a golden or find a golden that would fit this theme, and stuff like that, where it's like I give the community a challenge where they have to find something that fits the challenge rather than giving them a challenge to do a specific thing. That might be more interesting and also be better for people's motivation of like, there was this map that I was thinking of that kind of fits this theme. And then they would be able to like go and pursue that golden. Like I think that would help a lot with like getting interest in both like a big event and bringing the community together, but also like not forcing people or causing burnout, etc. Like I think it's something I have to like look into more, obviously, and it might not be me that should be hosting it because it's like if some other person hosted it like GDO or something, like maybe it would get a lot more attention, or they'd be a better fit for it or whatever. But I think it's just like getting more events, like public events, to get the community like play the game and interact with each other like that sounds a lot. It sounds like good for the community. Like get people more connected. Like obviously the community isn't like fragmented and no one talks to each other, but I do think like getting, even just in like the goldening space, getting a lot of people to interact with each other more often rather than just like a shadow drop invite only event sounds a lot healthier, or at least just like a good thing for the community to have. I think Dragon might have talked about it like a while ago on stream, but just having a person to, I guess, lead the community into like events, content, activities, etc., that are like there to make the community more connected or like bring them together more, sounds like it would be good for the community, because there's a lot of spaces where it's like a lot of people stick to certain people's groups, discords, streams, etc., and won't like diversify into the rest of the community because they don't have any reason to. Like if you watch Dragon streams, you don't have to watch any other stream because Dragon's usually the one watching everything anyways. Or if you watch like Parrot streams, usually won't care about whatever. But like if I bring all these people into like an event, yeah, like if I bring all these people into an event and I'm like, for example, like you could get like a goldberries badge for doing this event and like placing this high with the judges, then like I could get judges from like different sides of the community, and then their communities would be involved and know about it, and then they would interact with the whole community, and then we'd have more of a reason to like get everyone connected with each other. I don't know. It's I'm like spitballing it, the idea. But I think getting stuff like that would be healthy. I would just have to talk with like a lot of people. And that's scary, but I could maybe try to get like gauge interest in it and see if people would be interested, see what like timelines would work for this kind of thing. I got yay reactive. Yeah, that makes sense. One raspberry roots and one raspberry roots. Stellar. I think the main like problem I guess that I'm having is I think a lot of the people that make content for this game are in like a community of their own almost. Like I've heard a lot of people, like Nene especially, for example, talk about like creator cord. I think there's a Discord that's like all or a lot of the people that make content for this game or are included in content for this game. And it makes it hard for anyone to like, you know, get involved, really. I think. And it also just like fractures, like it takes the people that could get the community together and takes them onto a into a space where it's like they don't have to interact with the community because they can just make content with other content creators, which is just like but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I have the outreach to really make the difference. Communities all just yeah, this is what I was thinking of. Dragon had a stream and like a podcast, whatever stream, quote unquote, when I was just drawing for like all of it. I guess it was still stream. I think it was labeled Celeste. I think that's the quote unquote part, but yeah, no, Dragon talked a lot about like the community is very like everyone's in bubbles, and there's very limited people that have like the ability to breach that part of our community's like life and like make a difference to like connect people more. And that's like I want to do that. I've been wanting to do that for a while. It's just really hard and I need a lot of people to help me with that. And getting people to help with that is also hard. So if people want to see that, like if people want to have, you know, events like this hosted and want me to like reach out to a bunch of figures to see if I can get, you know, shit set up, that'd be cool. Ashiro the Bubble was my go. This is true. Hi Nat, I think. Knowing people actually do it. Yeah, that's why it's like I need outreach to know that people want to do these things. Like if I asked like Goldberries team or people that have outreach in the community, if I was like to GDO, which is I'm pretty sure they're already hosting a different event anyways, but whatever. Like just people that have like the ability to talk to a lot of the community and get their interest and ask them if their community would be interested in like being involved in an event like, you know, related to goldening in any way, like whatever event ideas I have, then I'd be able to gauge if it's actually worth pursuing, like, you know, reaching out to all these people and planning all this stuff and whatever. Because, like, without that insurance, I feel like I talk to a lot of figures and they'll just be like, oh, I don't know. Or, like, I don't know you. Or whatever. On top of the already high risk of, like, they're busy, they don't want to, etc. Like, There's a lot of factors that make it really hard to do something like this. And I think we had a lot that we could have done near the start of the year. Like a lot of people were working their ass off near the start of the year. The problem is that all of that effort was spent on shadow drop events. And it's like they're cool. They're really cool. Like I think Labor Love is cool. I think Advent was cool. But it also means that we have nothing when it comes to like community-based events, and it sucks. There was Wheels of Fate, but that's like you have this one day where 3 people get chosen and no one else gets included, and it's like we need something to like get everyone to do things and get everyone involved, and it's like fuck. But it's hard, and I get why people haven't like breached that. The community loves exclusivity. I honestly kind of feel like the community does right now, which is kind of shitty. I think there's a lot of things that are like involved with like in groups doing stuff. Whatever. Yeah, the Wheels of Fate right now, the past 2 Wheels of Fate, it was just like every wheel only one person just gets like only one person gets picked and everyone else just kind of gets discarded, which is kind of the other types of events are easier. I guess, yeah. I know it's possible, and that's why it's like I want to pursue it, but I need people to like be behind it instead of just being like alone in a push to get the community to like do shit. Because obviously it has interest on a baseline. Like when Weekly Goldens came out, that had a lot of interest in it. There were so many people interested in doing Weekly Goldens, and it only fell off because the idea itself caused like burnout, and it wasn't like the idea itself wasn't like fully polished. So if I were to work with people to like make an idea that kept people interested and didn't overkill it, and gauge that interest and when it would be like, I feel like it would be able to work out. I think we would be able to get something that brought the community or would bring the community together to do stuff more often. And the only barrier is getting people to like hourly Goldens. The only barrier is getting people to like help with that, because like I don't even know who to talk in, bro, or who to talk to. Hi, Dragon. Like the biggest barrier for me right now is the fact that there is a creator cord that exists. Because like without that, I would just reach out to like a few content creators or just like communities that I know and just be like, hey, would this be a good idea? Or like, hey, can I get you to help with X thing? Or like, can you get your community interested in this? But like knowing there's a creator cord, I already know that they have a bunch of shit backed up to do, and I can't like. It's so hard to breach that, so I have to kind of pick up the scraps of like who would be able to both garner interest and no shade, let your ideas fly anyway. Like that's what I it's just hard. Like I have a lot of ideas that I think I want to do because I think having public events is cool. Like I think the main working idea right now is I did want to do something when doing this like goldberries profile review stream. The thought in my head came to me where I was like, what if we had a event where people had X amount of time to make a submission like showcase based off like a theme. So you'd have time to get Goldens or like, whatever, and have like things fit a certain theme but not like have to do something specific. Just because it would be like a similar idea to weekly Goldens in the sense of like motivating people to do Goldens and sharing that with the community, but not force them to do a specific Golden or like funnel them into doing one thing they don't want to do. Golden Pokemon Team Collection. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like I think it's like I want to do something where it's like I give the community a theme and then they come back to me on a certain day and we review them all. Yeah, it'd be a lot longer than 1 week. Like the time I was originally toying with was like I'd give you like a month or maybe two, and then you'd get a bunch of time to be able to work on Goldens and shit, and then be able to like come back with stuff. Uh, and it's just like I would be able to sit down one day on like a stream, maybe with like one or two other people, like judges almost, and we'd be able to review like the whole community's efforts from that like month. Like that sounds like it would get a lot of the community invested uh in the game itself. And that's like only one idea, and it's like barely workshopped. Like I just want to do ideas that are like you know uh more community focused rather than like content that's based solely around the content creators that are already established. And the only like I mentioned earlier, the only barrier I have is I don't have a community of like I don't have the largest community, and I don't have like why is my fronter command not working? Oh, never mind. But I don't have the ability to just like immediately reach out to every community and get their trust. Like, there's a lot of like, it's a lot of bubbles that I have to like enter and be involved in the community to be able to like reach out to these people easily and get the like interest from the communities themselves. And that's like the main barrier or the main problem that I need to like find a way past, which is like it's such a hard problem to fix right now without just being a big creator on your own. Like if Parrot has an idea, Parrot can usually just execute that idea, but I have to like work my ass off if I'm gonna try to like get people interested in doing events like this, or helping host them or whatever. There's a massive creative vacuum despite the existence of creative core. It's the most toxic stream of Celeste. No one is pushing it. Yeah, like I think no, I should definitely just do a shadow drop. But I think if there are creators that would want to spearhead like that initiative, like I think I want to lead that charge. I want to have the community do more. I want to have more interest in just like the game in general instead of just being like this hard thing was done by this person randomly. I want to have like events and shit and content that like isn't just highlights, because this whole games community is just highlights because of how isolated it is. I just don't know who. I don't know who to reach out to for that. That shit's hard, bro. I need to change my title. I'm not even doing reviews anymore. Reach out to creators for what? Just about like doing content with the community. To ban French Celeste players. Yeah, totally. Here, wait. I can have this on stream, and then people that join in just like don't get any context. This is my objective ranking on these people and their values. Probably talk to Slash or Izzy. I would wish. See, Slash has like I don't know Slash's interest in the game right now is the thing. I feel like Slash wants to play Minecraft way over this right now. uh, and then Izzy is like dying. Here, wait. Let me 5 minute review, 5 second review. Let's see. 9BB. Okay, you got two of the same picture next to each other. Red kind of sticks out here. I like the 9BB at the top though. I think if this moved up, if this was tier 14, that would be nice. And if these two switch spots, these like top 3 rows would look really well. Unique golden though. Everything else, I guess, is also pretty unique. Colors clash, yeah, and there are quite a few goldens here that quite a few people have, and there's also a duplicate picture. I think I'll put this in like middling. So I had to like speedrun that review so I could keep my thoughts intact. You have been judged. Where did I put Drew, dude? Oh, I found you. Where did I put Cookie? Oh. Man. Okay. Back to the topic at hand. With their, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Execution is very, very hard. Yeah, that's what I've been talking about. Is like, how the fuck do we approach this? An ELO system. We already have that. I guess it's not ELO. It's PP. It's different. We need to make the community more competitive. This is definitely the play. I think I'm trying to think like what are the communities of like people? Like what are the different bubbles, I guess? Cuz if I can get someone or like people that are involved in those bubbles that also want to bring the whole community together, I feel like that would be like step 1 towards getting the whole like the community together. You don't care that much about community growth. Yeah, that's the problem. Is like I think I want to do like I want to get what the community we have more together. Like I want to do things with the whole community. You know. At least when it comes to Goldeners, like I don't know. I feel like what if there's a real popularity contest? That's the problem right now. I just like. It's honestly, actually, now that Dragon had said it, I thought about it. Like, the fact that there is a creator code surprises me, because I feel like nothing's happening with that, right? Like, they have said that they have a lot of ideas, obviously, a few times. But the fact that there is a Discord with a lot of creators in it that have said that they're working on content, it doesn't feel like there is. It feels like there's a big drought of just like people doing things with the community rather than just like only people doing goldens or hist clears or whatever. It's low-key shit. Yeah, that's right. It's like if I could find people that were both like content creators or just like uh streamers or whatever that were like interested in doing something that was like a community public event and had these things where we would host whatever to like get the community to do things, then that's what I like. That's what I want to pursue. I think their vision for the future isn't gonna. Yeah, that's the problem I have. I think I talked about it earlier. Where like creator cord, the problem I have with the creator cord is that it existing inherently limits what the community can do, and it just making it like uh it's making content with other people that already have the ability to make content. You're not actually like doing anything extra. You're just making content and make it easier to have other people to make content. And even then it's like the content itself is like limited still. Unless they're like overscoping to hell with the content they're making, it's like I feel like if I just got like two other streamers that'd be willing to like, you know, send out the community and be like, you know, at Molden Cord, at this community, at that community, like we're doing this event where you gotta go find X Goldens and then whatever, and then come back at this date and we're gonna review it on these days, and then you know that will keep people interested for a couple months. One day, big thing, we get that edited, we have this whole like thing, and that's like content for like 2 months. Like you already have the content aspect from it, but you also get to talk with the rest of the community. You get to have like involvement, and you have people interested because they feel included, rather than just like trying to be as like entertaining as possible. I'm just trying to like. I know Dragon talk about it. Dragon said like put me in. Like I know Dragon talk about this kind of stuff with the community, and having Dragon would be nice because I think Dragon does have a lot of outreach when it comes to community stuff, and that like one of the bigger bubbles. Having other people that also have outreach in other parts of the community would be very nice. Also, Nat is right. Devil's Den, once Techboy gets it, is unmatched aura, unfortunately. You kind of just lose. And this honestly, the trying to match like Cool Golden with Cool Golden does give me another idea of like another theme based thing where it's like I give you a parameter, like give me a tier X Golden that you have that you think is like the coolest when with that it fits the parameters, or like the most fitting or whatever, or like whatever. Not that's not what I mean. Not that tier X. Tier variable. Tier imaginary number. Just like there's so many things you can do. I don't even think these are that hard of ideas to come up with. Yeah, tier I. And obviously, like some of these ideas might not work, or like when you workshop them, you realize that they don't really function very well. But like, we have to try. I feel like the community's so scared to try shit. I've not seen that video. No risk and easy to start with putting yourself out there. Yeah, that is the problem. As much as I want to get like, I want to like, dude, why do we spend all our effort on shadow drop events? But it's like also not as much effort. And I'm willing to like put myself out there. Like I want to. Uh, Notable example is how someone as simple as any percent. Yeah, like I want to put myself out there, and I want to like make this change. I want to do this really badly. I obviously want to work on stuff like Mountain's Call, but like I do hard shit in this game because it gives me the chance to like take a break from it and do other shit. Like I started Mountain's Call expecting me to take a long time on it, and the reason why I do that is because I get to like side quest a bunch, and I can just like offset the side questing with like content. Everyone wants more events, and no one wants to be the first person to host one. Yeah, that's well, it's also just hard. I want to like okay. I'm gonna become a dragoned copy real quick, but it's not an idea generator. Yeah, that is fair. I feel like where we are right now is we have the Celeste. Oh God, it's so bad. Where is like I need black. We have the Celeste community as like a whole. Oh, I'm so bad at drawing. And then we have. Actually, I need a bigger circle. A part of this community is like there's like this much where it's like people that are willing to do content, and then or not content but like willing to host content to bring the game like or to bring the whole community together, like events, public events, stuff like that. And then you have like this amount of the community that's willing to do shadow drop events and smaller stuff, interact with like their subsets of community, etc. And then like the whole rest of the entire community is like, you know, yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. I'm glad you have it saved. It's like having the ability to take all of these like different like subsets of people is just and bring them together is so hard. Can you explain the image? So it's just subsets of like these are just the bubbles of like communities, right? So there's like TNT, Nene, it's other I think it's Heck. You got like Izzy and Nins. I don't know why you put Z's for Izzy. Uh, Yenna's over here. uh, you got like I think this is Dragon Cord. Uh, but like these are just like communities of different streamers and stuff. Like Gravity Extended Universe, yeah. Like it's showcasing the problem we have where like this community and this community interacting is like a way lower chance than like the figures in the communities themselves interacting with each other. Like when Creator Cord exists and the people that spearhead the content in Creator Cord is Nene and TNT and etc. Like those are people that are already interacting with each other. So you're just going to get people that are in that community interested. It's like I don't want people that are like good at I mean, I want hosts obviously, but also being a host requires you to be like Dragon, for example, is a very good host or like judge or whatever, like co-host, just because he has a lot of experience in like talking to a lot of different people in the community, interacting with everyone, and has streamed a lot, etc. But I also don't want that to be like, should I send my Goldberry account? I need to unpin this message. It's unfortunately the content's over. But I don't want just people interacting with the content if they're like the host of the content or like a judge of content or like are that in like I want every person that knows about the content or the event or whatever to be able to interact with it, because that gets the whole community to actually engage with each other and do things and motivates everyone to do goldens or like to talk to other people in the community or to interact or whatever. Got a banger idea. Minecraft Championships, but in Celeste. Is that the one where it's like a bunch of different types of things you can do in Minecraft? It is. It's very involved. That is true. This is the type of content that you would need like it's good, but I think we need to start with something simple. Like I think that's the way that we get. Yeah, this is phase 3 content. We need something to like introduce the community into these kinds of events, which would need to be something like really easy to like get into. That's what I was thinking of, just like something where it's like I ask community or we ask community, get X golden that fits like uh you know fits X theme, or do X thing that fits X theme. What's going on? We're talking about trying to get the community more connected. all of them pass through Whisper. I do wanna work on this. The other thing is that I think I'm able to at least spearhead this a little bit, just because I have a lot of free time. Um, like I interact with like I don't actually know what Throne Controllers is, but I do have a lot of free time, so I'm able to, and I also interact with like a lot of sides of the community. And I you know, look up on YouTube. Surely there's like a page for it. Is also phase 8. I see. Yeah, I can kind of see that. This is honestly it's not a bad idea. I don't think it's like the the hardest thing to get to. I just don't think it's something we start with. I think the main thing is like I can't I think trying to connect uh I think trying to connect like the whole community is like every single part of the community is like too like large scale very like uh at like the very beginning. Like I would want to focus on like I want to get moldening or like people that do goldens a little more connected, and then maybe try to get the rest of the community like connected more afterwards. This is true. Yeah, it's like it's content creator content, as opposed to community content. Like that's kind of how I label them. There's two categories. Oh, good circle me, where it's like you got the content creator content and you got the community content, and we have like so much of this. We have so much of it, like throughout the years, and we have like two of these, or I guess three. You got like Wheels of Fate, I guess, and then you got the big one is like this is any percent August. Like any percent August was one of the biggest community content pieces of the whole, like whole game's history, bro. When it comes to like moldening and especially, it's like it was huge for getting people to do stuff in the game and motivating them and like uh you know getting the community together for an event and etc. It's like that was massive. This is the stuff that I want. I want more of this. Wheels of Fate is like fine. The problem is like it did get people together for the reveal event. Megalophobia does kind of count, I guess. That is true. It's just like yeah, it's not really that kind of content is like yeah. It's funny because I'm like Moat Gay Edition. Thank you. It's time for community. That's what I was about to say. I was literally about to say the same. I was gonna be like, I'm kind of like, this is like a versus right now between like this is like creator cord, and then this is where we are right now. It's like we're I'm trying to challenge this part of the community that's trying to make content that is focused around the content creators specifically because I'm trying to make content focused around the exact opposite of that, which is every other person in the community. So now I'm like I have to work with all of the people that don't care for that content and or want to like focus on community stuff more than that kind of content because doing this kind of content is like selfish content versus altruistic content. CSC was actually cool. That is true. It's just like you could tell that the CS is like CSC started to like it like went down a little bit. I think it had like a little more interest in the start, and then it went down and down and down, and then eventually like went to the bottom. Yeah, there's also just like the problem is like the amount of effort that this takes is like maybe here, maybe a little higher depending on the content, and then the amount of effort that this takes is like here, and that looks not good. I realize, but like it takes so much more effort to do. It's like a baseline like 3 times more effort to do stuff like this, and like I'd say like 0.2% or times the amount of people that are like working on actually doing this stuff. I would need like what are the people that are interested in bringing the community together for community content, right? Because I only need a few people, really. Like, realistically, you really only need a few people. You just need those people that have that outreach. Because, like, there's me, there's Dragonhead, Dread. Like, who else has... Apple maybe. That is true. I realize I just need people that are like good at hosting, are good at talking. Not even just hosting. I just need people that are good at talking. Do you think Parrot would be interested in community stuff like this? Because Parrot obviously has some of the biggest like outreach. Like I think if I could convince Parrot, sorry, we're drawing over the downwards trending graph, but I think Parrot has like some of the biggest outreach. Yeah. Is there anyone else that would be like? I'm trying to think. Is there another side of the community? Like I'm thinking like where probably the only person with reach outside the main Celeste community. Like I think if I left it all to Parrot for hosting, maybe it wouldn't work out. But I do think Parrot being like co-host or like a judge, something on par with other people at the forefront of the event would be fine. Just as long as she's not like the sole hoster of it. I think it probably works fine. This happened for campaign contest. Yeah. If you buy Yena 100 monsters. This isn't figured anyways. I mean, I should just say the events. Like anything that's hosted, if Parrot is involved, it wouldn't be like, you know, solo hosted by her, obviously. How would I get someone from like this side of the community? Like, do I even? Because I feel like a lot of people in like that are in this part of the community, like in the top right, are usually people that are in like creator court, like, uh, community, like, you know, I need a red pen. What do I just like? I need to see if this is like visible on the stream. Like if I, yes, awesome. Odd throwing around her name but not wanting to leave it exclusively up to her. Yeah. Alright, what's going on? Talking about like how to get the community together more for events. Fixing the community. Yeah, there you go. So like here we can take like Parrot. Here we can take like you know, Dragon, maybe like Biddy. Uh Is there anyone in this like area right here that I'm able to like get into this part? It's so readable. Oh shit. You've circled what's gravity? I'm amazing. You know, close enough. Nene and Pear cover the top. Would Nene like? That's my main worry is Nene focused on creator court stuff or like the speedrunning stuff, like other shit like that. Like is Nene too caught up in other stuff to be able to also focus on this charge? You're the D. Oh, you are. Okay, wait. I don't think I can fix the other circle. We'll just assume gravity can also be like included. I'm idle. I was idle on Discord. That's how long I spent just looking at a drawing. That's my problem, Abdul, is like I had to zoom in. This is true. I don't know who like around this area I can like actually get confidently. I have no confidence in this like part of the community really right now to like be able to latch to or like focus on this kind of initiative, I guess. Hopefully bring them in after a successful event. Like maybe cuz my thinking is like after an event it could lead to like the parrot has a subtle or at least decent connection with this portion. Uh, so I think parrot or people in that like uh, section could probably take care of or like bring in these people, right? Now, yeah, this does bring the problem of like there are the uh other parts of the community that aren't really included in this image right now. Like this would be have to be remade. Uh, I think because there's like Esteb's community is a little bit disconnected. There's Dragon Go Live draw a new one. Yeah, Dragon Go Live. We what is it? Co-stream or whatever. Drawing graphs and talking about Celeste community. You're in the SF community? I see. I have connection to like, for example, I have connection to the strawberry system. Forget exactly that name, like Schraub. I do have connection to that community somewhat because I do talk to dinos, which I think are usually co-streaming with them. Uh, yeah, thank you, Exia. So I could maybe find someone there. Uh, what other communities are there? Loaf of bread, I don't even know. Excess clover, yeah. It's like there's so many. It's like fuck. It's so much harder to fix this. I feel like the longer we wait to like kind of bring the community together for like events like this, the harder it gets to do so. Remember, I should need to reach out to his for the stuff. Get Olive in. Celeste is not a community space somehow. Yeah, it's fucked. It's like what do I? This it's so hard to get this working, man. What's this graph even mean? It's supposed to show like the different bubbles of the community. What does each side mean? I don't know what the big line is, actually. I think it's just supposed to show, like... Yeah, I don't think the lines themselves mean anything. The circles are the main, like, uh, key point here that divide, like, the communities themselves. You an open canvas to write this properly. I can't... I need, like... So I need to jaboom you. I can't draw for shit, by the way, but that's okay. I wish I could zoom better. Oh, guys is written the bottom left. Right, I forgot those guys. Yeah. Like realistically, like how many bubbles are there in the community, right? There's like parrots. I want it to be bigger. Parrot side, I didn't make it bigger. There's like the dragons people associated with that. I don't actually know like what to label this like side of the community. Because I feel like there's three different people you could associate with that. Have I drawn circles before? No. There's like TNT Nene. Parrot is alone in a circle. That's actually probably true. But I can probably like loosely associate it with a bigger bubble. And then there's like accession, clover, uh, etc. There's are there any other like larger communities? So there's like small subsections. Like there's a scent cord, and there's like the people I talk to is pretty small. There's like a couple other smaller communities. I mostly just want right now to connect like the bigger ones. Hackney, Lightish Red Space. Yeah. Like that's what I'm thinking. Like those are the four that we kind of need to connect. Is Ascent not massive? I don't think this Ascent is massive, really. They're just like a loud minority, really. I do know that Loaf of Bread is in Creator Chord. I don't know. To do with that what you will. I don't know if that includes them, or at least starts to get that community closer to like the Nene like TNT kind of community, but I need to like label these. It's 8 really active. Yeah. It's like we got Nene and TNT. I'm just gonna give letters, bro. Oh yeah, that's good. I fucking. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Okay, that's good enough. And then we got like, do I even is Parrot just one really big? I guess Parrot is like one really big bubble. Oh my lord. Where which one like goes to be? I don't actually know. TNT already looks like an annoyed face. We got like, oh my, and I deleted it all. I'm just writing dread. Yeah, Heck and Ghost have a decent amount of overlap, and Monica also has a lot of overlap. Now, is that a separate community to like Nene TNT community? Because that might actually be the case. Author diff. It's also a lot slower. You do need to take that into consideration. Me gravity slash Yenna cyber. Slash is good. Loaf. I put loaf of bread up here. I don't actually know what to do with the circle. I'll put slash. So slash is someone I actually want to keep in mind. Okay, that H sucks. Give me another song. Actually, don't even loop it. Give me like more variety. Circle of Dole, Karome, Violet, Crazy is also in close orbit. Is that like a separate like zone, I guess? I need to be bigger. Oh my. I just wrote the wrong letter. That's readable, surely. It's basically touching. Okay. I don't want to redraw the circle, so I will just... To be fair, I'm keeping this mostly related to just goldeners right now. But I did know, yeah, these two connection are pretty like. Can I tag myself? I don't even know. I don't. I talked a lot in Parrot's chat and to Parrot. I've talked to this side of the community a lot. I've talked to like Erie Sue's community a lot, to Izzy's community a lot, to Nene's community a lot. I don't know where I would actually fit. Because I kind of just go everywhere. I even talk in Clord and shit. Like, if anything, I'd be like here. Izzy slight separate circle to Parrot. This is true. I'm like my own bubble connected to all the other ones. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like I'm just like here-ish, connected to like everything. When it comes to moldening, anyways. That's very readable. Undefined Vidi isn't like super connected now. Goldberries mods, being a Goldberries mod doesn't necessarily connect to the community. Like Kong Xiao is a Goldberries mod, but Kong Xiao isn't like as connected as Kong Xiao tries to be. Like I think Kong Xiao is the closest any CN member is with the English community. It's still like you can't necessarily say Kong Xiao is like it connected or like a face of like a certain side of the community, other than like obviously the Chinese community, but. That's yeah. Vidi's community connects decently with these two. I don't remember. I drew this big circle. I don't even remember what it was supposed to be. Yeah, I just make it Irisu. I don't know why that's the most well written one I've done. Was it supposed to be Hexsphere? No, that's nice. I can put Heck here though. Obsession in that space. Oh, right. Lightish red. Yeah. I can just make like okay. I need to. Fuck. I have to redraw Heck now. And yeah, this is like Ninsphere is like it exists, just not in Celeste. Like it's off the grid, like over here. Oh my god. I'm gonna. Lightish red circle. You have structural failure. I can fix this. I can put it like here. Yeah, they're in the same circle. Oh no, my chat on my phone has disappeared. And it doesn't want to. Okay, never mind. Doing this in a real image editor? Yeah. I know, right? I can fix things. Yeah, that's a good question. Like, I think, okay. There's me. I'm like here trying to lead it. I think we can get Dragonet. Dragonet seems on board. We can hopefully get Parrot. Is there someone from either of these two that we can actually like get into this kind of thing? I don't know if anyone from Izzy's side of the community would be able to and or interested. Izzy is in my chat a decent amount. Izzy's also usually out of commission. Yeah, Izzy's in a decent amount of spots. And Izzy and me have talked quite a bit. Wait for after June or July. We don't have that much time. 3 months from now, there's going to be 5 more communities that have popped up, and it's going to be 10 times harder. Which circles did I? These two leftmost ones right here. Like I need people from those communities that would be interested in being able to like, you know. Yeah, 3 months from now, it's just gonna be like, okay, so we got to connect every single one of these communities. Thoughts? It's like, then you're gonna like divide all those by like 2. A harmonica extend universe. Oh my god. This is it. Yeah. I need to like color code everything real quick, just for like my brain. We get like Dragon Cord is like that. Parrot, or we could do Izzy can be like, I don't know, like pink. Nene's can be like green. Memphi is awesome. that, bro. I'll make a key. I just need to actually color everything. What do I make the lightish red? Okay. Maybe I just make it like a lightish red. Oh, that looks too similar to the other colors. There we go. That's close enough. And then I'll just make myself like... But like we got... What? We need this. When nothing aside from our love of foxes, we random fillers. That's a lot of communities. Herobrine was on that the Celeste showcase on the Toho thing. Doesn't stream though, yeah. Herobrine exists. Where does SEP go here? SEP's one of the like other smaller circles, I think. I have to fucking write. Okay, well now the pink doesn't look like it's for Izzy anymore. Fuck's sake.
Parrot rates everyone. Parrot's rated me before. Now, to be fair, that was for my Labor of Love premiere, but that's kind of bullshit. So. Pash. Akuma is doing one. Sorry, I got distracted again. I didn't write that in actually. Oh, fuck. I have to write another one. Excess. What is like excess's sphere? Is it because I don't know if I have a. Is that with lightest red or is that another space as well? Sad. Okay, so it is another space. Own rendition of this. Yeah, it's probably for the best. Close to red. I put clover as well. This is the idea is that we need slums. This will save the community. You hypnotize this, guys. Haven't caught them all. Maybe. Yeah, you can cover an amount of the community that we would need to cover, I think, is like if we cover enough of the community, then it will be seen as a public, like an event that covers everything, and all parts of the community will be having eyes on it, as opposed to it just being like secluded to one or two like communities. Like if we have enough outreach, it'll reach everywhere, I think. We just need those connections in the first place. Yeah. Like what's I think it's just like I haven't labeled the key. I real I put the whole key there and then I was like I don't know what to label it. I think the names usually label them enough. Hi Estelle. We are trying to get the community uh connected. Connect all graph nodes. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is kind of hard. This is like okay. It's a lot. This sounds tilting. This is kind of true. Yeah, top round has like you can kind of go and connect everything here the way it's connected normally. Except that these would be connected. And then obviously these. Parrot does connect to Izzy. I think I just forgot to draw the line itself because I'm dumb. I don't really need to draw connections to me. Esteve, yeah, Esteve is hard to reach, and I think Izzy is also kind of like these are so hard to reach. I'd have to like. No, I'm not doing this shit, bro. I didn't mean to undo that one. The answer is Lillian. Top half plus parrot spheres. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is like I try to get like I can hopefully at least get parrot. Holy shit, Lillian's here. And then we have Dragoned, we have me, we hopefully can get someone in like this sphere. How do we get this like top, very top part? Who do we like get? Zen. Ooh. A Celeste Congress. I'm mostly just trying to get people. Like, I'm trying to get a good selection of people so that we can bring the whole community, at least the modded golden community, together with, like, events, etc. Like, community events and not shadow drop shit. Vote on tier 4. Yes, this is a play. Top has plus. Yeah. Who would work with you? Yeah. There's a few people I think would be like. I have connections with some people that might have connections or would be able to work with people, like other people in these other communities. Like, dragons can connect with, like, this top half a lot more than I can, really. But I can probably connect to, like, parrots. Like, Parrot Izzy. This like, bottom-ish section a lot more. Oh my god, you're having to go through this. His sphere? Maybe. I don't even know. Where would I put the sphere? Connect to Dragon Sphere? Maybe? I'm just gonna write hist. Because I don't want to think of a person right now. I don't actually know, like, how you would, like, who would we get from this sphere that would actually be interested in an event like this? That's kind of real as fuck. Olive would be awesome. I don't know, is Olive like busy or anything? I don't know Olive's like life. They're not like an online player really very often, I don't think. They did a lot of RFTS like on their own. RFTS grinding. You take the parrot half. I could probably talk to Parrot. Maybe Izzy's side too. And like see where that goes. If you're able to cover the top half stuff, then like I can get back to you. But I'd also need to figure out what we're actually gonna like start with. Is the thing. Because this is a beast, Rand. Like this is like Celeste's largest grind right here. Celeste Long, 5 years. Hard out of grade. Um, this is a graph of what I at least believe to be all of the goldening community subsets, kind of. All the different, like, creators, communities, and whatnot. I'm trying to get them all connected. See, I think I can talk to Parrot, creators or clearers. Just like in general, like communities that exist. There's like a hist community, but they're mostly around creator like spaces. Like not the people themselves, just the like communities that are around them. What if we draft these people like esports? I think this is drifting away from community based events. Phase 12. Is LXI and D plus chord here? And so that might just filter into like his sphere. Hi, Irisu. Hiss is like the scariest. Like I can't interact. Where's Irzu here? I think Irzu is supposed to have their own like bubble. And everyone connected to that. Irzu's top. Fuck. How the fuck do I fit this in here? We're putting Irsu here. And we're moving on. You know, more I think about it, how also connects to Izzy, it's fucked. Yeah, I can't make this. I need 3 dimensions to make this graph. The Abdul vector. See, okay, my main problem is I've never hosted anything large before. So when it comes to that front, I'm very new to that. The problem is any person that has hosted things before is not like doing it right now. It's like not trying to do a community thing. So I kind of have to like get someone that is good at hosting or has experience with hosting, like anything in this regard, to join so that they can help actually host. Which I don't know who that is like. Slash. That is like, I was thinking Slash. I just don't know if Slash is like I'd have to talk to Slash. Which actually, that might be Dragon's job. I know Dragon can probably talk to Slash about that and this being something that is being currently like. Dragon can't even. Okay, I have some. I have some trust. If it falls apart, then you know. Whatever. Might find this VOD via chattering. That's might be fair, yeah. And I guess I do have them auto upload. I can probably talk to Parrot like after her stream and see. I'm worried that she's busy with a lot of other stuff because she's been really leaning into content recently. But maybe this is also an excuse to like work on this. I don't know. I can also maybe talk to Izzy, but I kind of doubt that she would like, you know, the 4 security council members of Community Court. That's pretty solid, yeah. Like, the only thing this doesn't reach is, like, I don't know how to get to this, like, bottom left lightish red section. I'm a little worried about this section, but I can probably get, like, Parrot can probably get that. Exio, that is true, Exio is here. Exio might actually, that might be reaching to excess here. That is true. Is Exio in, I don't know how much Exio talks in, like, excess clover section. It might just be lightish red leaning into hex sphere. I don't remember. Yeah, Abdul, we raid into each other pretty often. Okay. It could be like how bad is like 6 people? Because like if it was like there's me, there's Parrot, and then there's Exio, which gets this portion, Dragonhead slash host, and then like Abdul, which gets into this sphere. Parrot probably gets into this sphere. Slash could probably get into like maybe actually I don't think Slash is interacted with his sphere, never mind. Well, I guess with Olive maybe. That's probably like that's. I think that's like the play. I still need a plan after all this. Yeah, but I need like the people first before we can come up with like the plan. Really. Because if I come up with a plan and then the people don't want to do it, then it's kind of fucked. The Community Shadow Coalition. See, I can probably talk to like Parrot. Making said interesting plan, yeah. And to be fair, if I give one plan and they don't find a part of it, then like, or a part of it like to their taste, we can always change things a little bit. You want to talk to Parrot? I can. I'm sure I'll be able to talk to Parrot. I just need to like we need like a space where we can like gather the people. And I'm not good at making those spaces. So I would need someone else to do that. But we need Clord too. Comcord. On a side note, I think this is the best my analytics have ever been in the Celeste category, and I have played quite literally 0 minutes of Celeste in the past 2 days. It works really well, doesn't it? And I'm not even doing like the engagement farming of like opening up this and then just being like, oh hey look, wow. Quickly transition into the set so people leave. I'll do one mall low death, and everyone will leave by the time it reaches like 2.5 hours. Yeah, they fixed the site. Is Paradash? I don't know how long she's. Okay, surely this is the tail end of the stream because it's no longer Celeste. Maybe I just send a. I don't know if I send a DM after stream or should I send a message during stream asking if I can chat afterwards. I don't know how busy she gets after stream usually. Entering communication. I'll probably do it after. I need to like save this file. Community. It's like the item from Calamity. Okay. I think
question is like, do we gather the people and then we make a plan of what we're gonna do, or do we make the plan and then talk to the people with the plan in mind? Like, do we just get a gist, gather everyone, and then get a rough like plan, make the plan to pose to people? That is true. It's just like hard. I have been streaming for 4 hours. This is the impossible part. Yeah. Someone who was really good at editing. They're all in creator cord, bro. Hi, Tommy. Maybe I think I will probably give a like brief to Parrot about like kind of dandelion threat level. How do we get a server for this even? Could probably just make one. At its worst, I could probably just ask Lurks, but I think Lurks is like super busy with other stuff. And I know Citrus is also working on other stuff. Yeah, that is true. I could try to work my ass off, but I also need to like, I don't know. I feel like you could find someone that is just good at editing by default. Probably that's in the Celeste community. I just don't know who. Okay, that is fair. No pressure. I think my idea is like we get some we probably like approach these people with I haven't like fully formed this thought. We probably approach people with a general basis of like we were wanting to have a group of people working towards making community-based events, and we wanted to, like, see if you wanted to help uh, host or whatever. I don't know what wording to use specifically. Just a way to, like, ask if they would be willing to help for the sake of, like, getting people from other communities together. Because the main goal is to, like, make, for the love of the game, we meet every Thursday night at 8 under the Brooklyn Bridge. Because I know that Parrot has been doing quite a lot of, like, I guess collaborations, other content recently, which is a really good timing. Like, now that she's, like, kind of on break from, or has been on break on 90 for a bit, she's been doing other things. Now would probably be the best time to, like, I can message her and be like, do you think you'd be willing to participate in, like, uh I don't know if I want to say organizing or, like, co-hosting, some kind of word. Kind of conspiracy did I join to? It's a long story. Trying to get some people to set up some community based things to help get the community a little more connected, or a lot of, like, the community, Celeste community as a whole, or at least the Golden community at the current moment. Yeah, it's like a Forge of Empires tab open. Yeah. I'll probably just DM her and I'm just like, help. That's yeah. I'll probably DM her and just be like, I've been talking with a few people about making, like, working towards making community-based events, and was wondering if you would be willing to help. With probably more words than that, but I can get, like, a actual, like, roadmap or timeline or whatever, things that we're actually gonna do, probably after I gauge the interest from the people that we're reaching out to first, and then, you know, we can figure out what we're actually going to do once we get the people's interest gauged, and hopefully have a positive response. I don't know what, I know you were gonna talk to, like, you'll talk to Slash and talk to, like, I don't remember who else. I think it was just Slash. What kind of events are we talking here? What's, like, a good way to say it? It's just, like, things that involve the, right now, like, golden based things that involve everyone in the community being able to participate. It's like we ask you know, everyone in the community to try to do X thing, and then they can go do it for like however long, and then we come back and we judge them or whatever. It's things like that. I'll talk to who you think I can help. Okay. Yeah. I'll DM Parrot. I maybe talk to Izzy. See how she feels about stuff. I don't know how, if she's in like the you know, position to do much right now, but I'll talk to those two people. You can talk to whoever you think. Yeah, something cool that everyone want to do. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. What the fuck just happened in my chat? You can ask Izzy. I'm fine with talking to Izzy. I'm just more worried that she'll just be like, I don't know, because her physical state isn't like great at the moment. Yeah. Okay, it's been almost 4 hours since I started streaming. A bit independent. It doesn't have to be independent from Golden List. It just has to be something that's like not just like shadow drop events or like invite only stuff. That's the main thing I want to stray away from. Like exclusivity kind of is what we don't want. The ladder event. Okay. I need to like raid into someone and eat food. You might throw a random event sometimes. Ooh. This is a good idea. Is there anyone alive? Maybe I just raid into Parrot. Oh, was Parrot even... Yes, Parrot is streaming. I'm just getting... Oh, that's why. I'll just raid into Parrot. I'll do some stuff behind the background, behind the scenes. Hopefully this works out. And we get the community events that the community needs. The community... I need to stop saying the word community, bro. We'll go get water and stuff. I need to like live.